Hey guys, welcome back to Noire for the PlayStation 3.
You know the way. You can drive.
So where do you want to go?
Well, we're just talking about going to Elysian Fields. Good tree, getting on the way. So yeah, this is pretty much like the beginning of the second half of the case. That's why I ended it here. Kind of a spoiler, but yeah, you know, pretty much all of these cases don't take longer than 50 minutes, an hour in some cases. So yeah, we found a fire, 4 victims and an entire family. We're finding a couple of clues. We found a newspaper with more information. We pretty much have the idea who did it. That was the doctor's plan.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
Look at this modern building back in the 40s.
Gentlemen,
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
And there he is, the big guy behind this. Mr. Monroe.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs, we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Oh, we got plenty of questions. First, Elysian link to arsons. Oh, straight to the point. Dude, this guy's 52 or 57. I can't tell. Shitty capture card. But yeah, it looks way older. That was my point.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
You cannot trust a guy like this. But I'm lacking proof. Doubts.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Yeah, good point. Promotional trouble contest. Another of the coincidental elements in all of these fires.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
I doubt it. We have the proof of the flyer with your fucking face on it.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Yeah. The ingredient that I do have. Look at that flyer. Offering the trip with your fucking face also.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
That sounded like a threat. Local land acquisitions.
made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
That sounded very nice, but lack of real, you know, whatever, it's doubt. That was a very ambiguous answer, that's my point.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
So, last but not least, Rancho Escondido fire.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Well, allow me to doubt, not in a literal sense, because you are actually lying.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Oops, we do have the proof, buddy. What about the porcelain quality?
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Okay, that was a threat.
Glad to be of help, officer.
Shut the fuck up, I don't believe you.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Yeah. Chapman.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Wasn't that the guy who loved fires? So I guess we're done here and just gotta leave.
Your boss is a fine man.
So it's indicating a telephone. Where is it? Well, there is one outside. I'm pretty sure they could have used a telephone inside the building, but whatever. Oopsies.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
He's the cop that arrested that.
Can you check whether we are still holding a
It's
Herbert
about
Chapman?
time some of those movie people went
Let
to
me
jail.
find out for you.
They're untouchable.
He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
So he got released, just like Biggs pretty much predicted at the beginning of the case.
I love the chase till the
This asshole again.
I'll bill it, 'cause I always kill the things I love.
Talking about Roy.
Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
die for the
No.
sake of another.
Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
Is something quite other.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel Save the about... threats for someone who cares about them, Roy. You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
Will turn to surprise as you feel the pain.
Stay away from Elysian Fields.
You realize
I should have known that you were playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that I company. have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
So yeah, that guy's a total asshole.
Get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Virgil. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save him, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
Oh, we got the apartment. Yeah, that was the message coming by radio. But I'm not driving.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
It's like I automatically left the car while the message was coming by. Anyway, I got the address.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem?
Let's take a look at the car.
Huh, look at that. Flyers. This cause that repels mosquitoes.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Unless someone is actually setting him up. Bullets.
I should advise the APB. He's clearly armed.
And that's probably one of the flyers. Same thing.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Yeah, that's the guy who loved fires.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Well, now I have to do the driving myself.
I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K. Call
Okay, I'll stay behind the trolley. It's the safest move.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
I don't think I'm losing him anytime soon, don't worry. He's clearing the path for me. That's good in a certain way. Look at that fucking car flying! Dude, that was amazing. Okay.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
So gotta move a little bit to the side, not right behind. I'm on it. There you go.
Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot.
I did it.
Line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Yeah, I knew he was armed, so I needed to kill him.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. See Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Well, good joke right there. And I think that's the end of the case, unless there is some other cutscene. Ah, there is more cutscenes. I don't think it was going to load for so long just to see the final results.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
So that's like the introduction for the next case, actually. Okay, now I actually missed one clue. I got all the answers correct, and I didn't cause any damage, and I don't have to pay any additional money. But yeah, I missed a clue, and that's why I got the 4 stars and not 5. It's a shame. Let's see the intro for the next case, or a flashback or something. House of Sticks. Yeah, here there is a little bit of a change. You will notice.
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Yeah, I will be playing as Jack Kelso in this case. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting that the protagonist actually changed. Anyway guys, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you next episode.